Hi everybody. I wanted to share a short video with you here on YouTube. I had someone in the comment section of this model that I have another video of on YouTube um, asking if I could show a more detailed version or video of how I did an install on this Bachmann 45 tonner. What we're looking at here is the original Bachmann 45 tonner with its with the Bachmann decoder, DCC decoder that comes with it, standard. And I just applied a little bit of weathering to it. If you look at the headlight here, their headlights are very orangey color. Kind of neat, but I ended up switching those out. So this was me just test running it and looking at the weathering that I had applied to it. Not much. There's not much weathering that I did to it. I didn't want to overdo it here. But the next thing I did before actually getting the decoder was I was adding details. I added some more details because I love to add details to it. Here you get a horn. I ended up installing an actual functional operating beacon. And I think in the end, the only other thing I added to the roof of the cab was a small antenna. Once I received the decoder in the mail, I began taking the chassis apart, and I must say it's very similar to the N-scale 44 tonners that Bachmann makes. So here's an image of pretty much all I have to show on this installation. I didn't shoot any video of this portion. I just wanted to show here where I placed the decoder, the speaker, and the track leads to the right and left. I applied those track leads to the areas where the original PCB board was installed on this Bachmann 45 tonner. There were screws holding it in place. And I think that those screws were already applying the track power to this locomotive. So seeing that the chassis was a split frame, I took that board out, grabbed a couple pieces of little bit of metal I cut up, drilled little holes so that these screws could hold those pieces of metal in place, and then soldered the right and the left track leads to each of those. And you could pause on this image. All you need to read the rest of the information here. As I've said in previous videos, you know, once you figure out on this locomotive there are arrows on the chassis and also on the shell that show you which way forward is. So make sure if you take the shell off that it does tell you which way is forward. But that's how you base your track power. As you can see here, if we're going forward is to the right for this locomotive, then you can see the red lead attached to the right side, and then the black in the back. And this is how I positioned everything very tightly. This just barely fits in there. So I hope this helps you guys. This was a little short. I wanted to give you, I know, like, once again, I'll say I had somebody comment on the other 45 tonner where I was just showing its end progress on the track running. But anyway, here was me just testing the sound. And this is before any light functions were soldered to connections or any LEDs were put in. And those basically just laid right on top. But if you want to just get your 45 tonner running, just take a look back at that last picture, and hopefully that'll get you going where you need to go. So this is the final look at the operational beacon, and I also installed an interior cab light on this one. That was a lot of fun, and you can see the new LEDs in the front headlight. They were more of a nice warm white. Used very small LEDs, 0402s. Well, anyway, I hope this helps you all. If I do any 45 tonners in the future, we will give you some full video installs on those. But for now, this is all I got. Thanks again. Hope this works for you all. See you soon.